Down the Marco. Down the Marco.
Chat, 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 escape, chat, 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 escape, chat, 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 escape, chat, 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 chat. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot 'em like Fox, rapping I rock, run up the stocks, I love the box,
yes.
I am the one,
yes.
Gatling gun, bright as the sun, already won, we are the worst, still come in first, we go berserk, put in that work, cut like I'm Cypher, taking them higher,
yes.
I
like it. What's going on, family? How we doing? How we feeling? Backing up, building, yapping with B. What's going on, y'all? How we doing? How we feeling? Big things coming. Big things are coming my way this year, and I feel it. That's yes. Let's throw that up on the. Oh shoot. Let's throw that up on the screen. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to you, pretty girl. W first. Thank you for coming through. What's going on? Put us on to some. Put us on. What's going on, pretty girl? What you hiding over there? What's information you got? No, you've been killing it, most definitely. I believe that. And I love that. Keep killing it. Keep going in. Hit those goals. We already. Hey, March 1st, y'all. March 1st. We got Amana in a building. What's going on, family? Iman, what's going on, family? How you doing? Welcome. GM fam, GM. It's good to see you. What's the word? How's everything going? JB is inviting me to something soon. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. WU. Oh, make sure I got the noties. Make sure I'm in the building when that goes down. I don't know what y'all cooking up, but that sounds lit. That's what's up. What's going on, family? How we doing? Welcome back. Yapping with B, yapping with YwB. I'm YwB. I'm Brian, founder behind Onaji University. Started back in 22, building community, building home team vibes. Our mission has been to help educate Black, brown, and allied folks in emerging technology. And we've been in our live stream era, and it's been a really good time. You let me know? Bet. That's what I'm talking about. My guy Better Call Zalt in the building as well, too. Might pop in before JB's joint. All right, that's what's up. Heck yes. Most definitely come through. Say what's up. Let me know if you need that link. We're all good. We're all good. W background, baby. The background had to return. Yes, if you know, you know. That's the old school. OG. Yo, it's Vibes here. Shout out to Z for plugging me into this. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, WZ, W the connector. Nah, shout out to my guys all for sure. Iman, it's good to see you, man. What's going on? Oh, I think Iman. Z was sending me, that's the homie you were sending me the profile, right? I took a look. Yes, I'm liking what I'm seeing. W background, yeah, pretty girl, W background. Yeah, so there's a lot of story behind that there, but we'll get into it. All right, y'all. Yapping with B 157. 157 is crazy. Day 196. Yo, we're out here cooking. Day 200 is coming up. We're gonna have that big marathon vibes. Yes. Big marathon vibes are on the way. I believe that is on Thursday. So yeah, come through. We gonna be here. Yapping with B, episode 157. Loving it. It's Women's History Month, y'all. March 1st. Yes. Just wrapped up February, a goated Black History Month, Black History Month, Black Her Story Month, Black Future Month. And we're gonna continue that. We're gonna continue the Her Story Month into this month as well too of March, and it's a good time. So I have plans. I have plans. I've been reaching out to a couple of the homies. Plans to bring more undivided attention back, but we gotta get the women up here. So yeah, so stay tuned. I'll have some announcements for undivided attention this month. Had a goaded undivided attention a couple days ago with my guy, Dean at the U, OG super well, JT, John Taylor. He came through, shut it down. That was an amazing conversation. I've still been clipping that up, posting that on socials and everything as well too. So let me know what you guys think about that. Get me in, get me in for an hour for 200. Okay, say less. Say less. Let me write that. Actually, I'll remember. I don't need to write that down. Oh shoot, oh no, we good. We good. Thought I was messing up over here on the other side. We good. Absolutely. No, that sounds like a vibe. I got you. I got you. Perfect. Yes. What you want to do? No, I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk after this. Also, we've got Wednesday, right? Wednesday, we've got the return. Do I have my days right? I don't know, bro. Let's just talk. I'm down. B&Z builds, having those conversations in public. Yes. Reminisce over the 3 years. Yes, sir. Wednesday night going in. It was 3 p.m. for me, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. PST. The return, baby. Yes, of the Goated Pod with me, Better Call Saul, and our guy Maseo. We're sitting down for the first episode of the next season. The name change. Let's talk about ETH. Let's talk about Ethereum. So that's going to be a goated conversation on Wednesday. That falls on day 199. So yeah, it's all in alignment. We're here. We're rocking. So tap in with us. Nacho in the building. What's going on, family? How you doing? Good to see you back. Nacho was in the building yesterday for a goated Onaji Saturday. Cooking up, man. Appreciate you in the conversation, man. For sure. For sure. For sure. So a lot going on out here, but we're going to stay optimistic. We're going to make it through. So that's what's up. It's good to see you, Nacho. How's the rest of the weekend ending up for you? And rest of chat as well, too. How's the rest of the weekend going? Let me know the vibes, what you guys been up to. Speaking of this weekend, speaking of, the goated Onaji Undivided Attention on Friday, episode 12. Episode 13 is going to be a banger. They're all bangers. They're all bangers. Had an amazing Onaji Saturday, 10 a.m. PST. We're back again, 10 a.m. PST. I'm really locked into this time slot. I think it's pretty solid, and yeah, I like that. I like that. It's working out nicely for me, for the community. And it makes sense. We've been doing Onaji Saturday since February 2022. Before we turned the cams on, before we got the video side and all that good stuff. But I'm more in the building, clock it. It's good to see you, family. What's the word? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. But continue to another goated, weekend. Shout out to Hey Ms. V. She came through on Onaji Saturday, dumping the gifted pack on us as always. Running it up on that leaderboard. So appreciate you, Hey Ms. V. Hit the big 50 on there. I love it. I love it. That's big love. But we actually, Hey Ms. V and I and the fam, we went out last night. We caught the showing out here by us of Drumline Live. So you guys are tapped in with Drumline, tapped in with the big HBCU vibes. That's the vibe that we have over at Onaji. Our community back in 2022 dubbed us, Web3 blockchains first HBCU, and that's been the vibe because we've been helping educate the homies and the home team ever since. Drumline, goated movies, Z is goated, HBCU marching band vibes. Z, you're not tapped in with Drumline? Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to start sharing screen. We're gonna have to start sharing screen. Let's get it. I'm good. Just woke up. Happy Sunday, Nick Cannon. Yes. Let's pull that up. I guess we can do a little IMDb action, right? He said I'm not tapped in with anything, brother. No, it's all good. We good. Yeah, 2002. 2002 is crazy. Let's see. Other than Block J, that's it. Hey, I love it. That'll work. That will work. All right, let me see. Pull this up. Dang, add central. There we go. Cool. All right. Drumline movie is too good. Now we're gonna get into it. So yeah. Goated movie. If you know, you know. With Nick Cannon for 2022. Nick Cannon, starring Nick Cannon, Zoe Saldana, I believe was that Orlando Jones? Yep, Orlando Jones for sure. Yeah, as the coach. It's a HBCU marching band movie. Check that out. Check that out. The music's dope. Is big time. Brian, just curious, did you go to an HBCU RL? I didn't. I didn't. I'm on my Beyonce vibes. I wish. I'm a heavy West Coast kid. We only got a handful sprinkled out here, maybe one or two type of vibe. So no, I didn't. I didn't. That was, it was on my radar when I was uh college hunting, college shopping back in the day, but it just didn't work out, man. So yeah. I wish. What about y'all though? I know a bunch of the homies in Onaji in the community are HBCU alum though, which is really cool. So yeah, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. Classic throwback, absolutely. Gotcha. I had a couple friends who did. My college was like 90% white. Yeah, I'm on that type of vibe too. Yeah. Yeah, not sure. I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, I wish, but it's a good time. It's a good time. Z say he's coming through. All right, for sure, for sure. But they have I guess every year I wasn't hip, but every year, well, they've been doing it for a while. They have this alive, this live recreation, kinda, sorta, but it's Drumline Live, and is at one of the performing arts theaters out by me. It was goaded. Basically, what they did is went through kind of like the history of music that has been connected with and inspired, the HBCU marching band movement. So they were talking about, soul music, jazz, all that good stuff. But it was like a musical timeline, musical history, and it was sick. It was sick. So, and they sprinkled in, themes and stuff from Drumline, but it was a big dub. So we were at that last night. So that was a good time. It was a good time. So yeah. So we back in the building Sunday morning, chilling, vibing, and yeah, I can't complain, man. This year has been starting off solid, making waves. The Onaji fam, the whole community, adjacent communities going crazy, embracing video content, this live stream era. You guys are going nuts. My guy, shout out to the UVR squad. My guy Jaden Violet, he's one of the main inspirations for us hopping into this live stream era, for me personally hopping into this live stream era. Had to go to the weekend as well. Thursday and Friday we hosted the first ever UVR games. He was on his big Mr. Beast vibes, and yeah, it got kind of cutthroat. I think at the end of it, everybody was cool, everybody's friends. No, long time, long friendships dash forever type of vibe, but it did get kind of heated for a second there. So yeah, Thursday and Friday, it was hilarious. Had the UVR games, the first UVR games. Shout out to Merc, Brace, and Eric, the homies over at Merc, the brand Merc, Merc GG on IG. They sponsored it, and it was a really good time. So yeah. But one of the homies in the UVR, the Underground Violet Rave, JV's crew, one of the homies over there, community members, it's always popping in. I believe he's probably still alive right now, for sure, for sure. But my guy 33 Midwest actually caught a crazy epic raid this morning from Phantom. So Phantom, 3.5, I think, milli subs. Y'all know Phantom, but he rated the guy Midwest today, and goaded milestones, go to stream. So yeah, shout out to Midwest, man. It's all love. It's all love. But he's live as well too. So tap him up. Where's my keyboard? There we go. Let's see, 33 mid. Let me make sure, because I'll be spelling people's handles all wrong sometimes. I'm just kidding. All right, cool. WUVR, you have a more. Hey, UVR's been up, man. I love it. Perfect. We got my guy Z in a building. Let's get him up and say hello. That's what's up. Here we go.
GMZM, what's good, B?
Yes, sir. GMZM, how you feeling, man? I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm feeling good. 3 thoughts. Music timeline. Well, tell me more about
Yes.
that. I only half heard that. Second,
Yes.
UVR games need a full mod squad review. Third, my trip. I'll share some photos. I want to talk about it, but those two first.
Sick. All right, so yeah, let me see if I can pull up this me see if I can pull up this. You said Drumline first, huh?
Well, that too. That was another. Is that what the music timeline
Yes.
thing is?
Yes, yes. So the music
Okay.
time. So it's a traveling tour.
Huh.
Drumline Live. It's behind one of the producers from the actual movie, and his wife that did the choreography back then in the movie. So 2020 or from 2002. But yeah, so you're traveling. Just a historical timeline of black soul music, jazz
Huh.
in the U.S.
That's
that
cool.
has kind of transitioned into the HBCU marching band movement, man. And the music was crazy. The music was crazy. The storytelling was crazy, bro.
I can imagine. Yeah,
Insane.
no. Okay,
Insane.
so when was that made? I'll have to add it to the list of movies that I will have to watch
The
eventually.
original Drumline movie is 2002, but I
Okay.
think it's
What do
streaming
you mean
on yeah.
original?
So that tour that I went to last night is like a
Yeah.
live marching band thing. It's a
Yeah.
spinoff
No,
of
I
it.
get
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So
I get
that's the,
that.
the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
Okay. So that's cool. Okay.
yeah.
I'll add it to the list. I can't imagine we can watch it
It's a
together
great
on
movie.
stream. So,
Right,
yeah,
right,
I'll find
right.
some time to put it in then.
That's lit. That's lit. Yeah, and the UVR games, bro. What you mean by a mod recap? What you mean? What you mean?
I mean, you're part of that
What-
mod squad. You know
yeah,
you were there. I was not.
yeah.
It happened during my trip here. That honestly, I feel so refreshed after because while yesterday, like
Hey.
I messaged a couple people, like I did my like normal thing, go through my notifications, finish them all off, but like I didn't like do any work yesterday. I didn't open my laptop yesterday, other than
Okay.
pulling up Jackbox games. So that was
There
cool.
you
Like
go.
first time in a while. I was talking to Hurricane. He said he actually took a really light day yesterday as well, coming in refreshed, and we're just feeling really good about different things. And Wave Wars, we had a conversation with that Bonfire company, the founder of
Okay.
Bonfire, and we're making a Wave Wars graph, specifically a knowledge graph for Wave Wars and the history of Wave Wars. And now that we have it up and running and in a Telegram bot, I have to now go through the context of go back to our first space, start downloading all these transcripts, and start uploading its information till when I can get to the present, to where we can start uploading all this live information and open it up to
There
the
you go.
community to like start talking to it a little bit more, which will be really
Yeah.
exciting. So just seeing that evolution of what just like one singular conference and event could be really cool. So what's Wave Wars?
Hey.
I'll give you a first a rundown. Wave Wars is spelled with a Z. Because
Wave Wars.
it was the first incubated project from the ZOW, which is my project. And what Wave Wars is live traded music battles where you can bet on the artist real time while the music is playing. And in Web3, a lot of people that have tokens that eventually go down to zero. So we decided to remove that problem and just make our token available for the time that the battle is. So at the end of the battle, you get rid of all your tokens and you get your winnings or losings back. So yeah, that's what Wave
Fire.
Wars is.
So it's
Nacho, feel free to ask me more
excellent.
questions.
It's an excellent mechanism and ecosystem that they're building, man. It's so much fun.
Our biggest thing is we've created a new vertical for musicians to get paid for some of their old music that might be sitting there on Spotify and essentially collecting dust. Let's be honest. Like, even if someone streams that here or there, like if you are an underground artist and you are up and coming artist, there aren't usually a lot of people actively streaming your old songs. So one of the things you could do with some of those old songs is bring it into a Wave Wars battle, put the story, what happened around making that song, the people you worked with, the finishing touches, like where that led you to where you are right now, as well as battling that with some new songs against some of your other songs, or against someone else's songs, and being able to be paid for that real time, as opposed to, while the battle's happening, not when it's over, when the event's over, not 2 weeks after, but like live as people are actively choosing an artist and putting their soul, literally and figuratively, because that's the currency we use, on like what you feel in your heart. So
Yeah.
we've essentially created a prediction market that's an opinion market, where something that could be seen as subjective, like a gymnastics performance or something that, you know, people usually score points with judges, and it's a subjective count as opposed to just a time or something that can be just like blatantly like this is the data that is able to be grabbed. It creates a new spin on that. So yeah. And we got quick battles that anyone can launch at any time. It's protocolized. So like, even if you just hear about it now and understand a little bit of how it works, you could run these every single day on your own stream, earn money for your artists, or put them in your wallet and have your own event, right? Because like when you host your own, maybe that amount you're giving to artists, like you tell the artist to donate it to an organization or a cause. We've done that before as well. So yeah.
Sick.
I don't know if you guys have questions, because it's a little bit complicated, but it's also not. Like, it's just fun. It's a new way to like listen to music. It's a new way to learn more about what the opportunity behind this tech is as well. This is something that's just not possible without blockchain as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a blast working with my team on it. I think there's so many. Did I recruit JV into this yet? No, not yet. For a couple different reasons, but we have to. I think you guys should you should ask. You should be like, when are you going to be on the next Wave Wars? Because I'll pop in a JV stream and say that anytime, anywhere. And if that's the case, I'll go tell Hurricane and the team to pull up, because I do think that's funny. There could be a really fun, whether it's JV versus someone. I still want to see some of his Raver Realm music reused. So I think it could be really fun to battle different genres of those against each other, because he has 3 songs of each and 3x3. So there's 9 songs in this collection, and it could be cool to have like 2 battle each other, and then the winner of that battles the last one or something like that. Could be. There's a lot of fun things you could do. And then you could even have him host one with 2 artists in the UVR, which I think would be a blast as well. So I think we should definitely recruit JV into it.
That's awesome. Tonight is the night we've all been waiting for. Hip hop versus Poppin' B.
Yeah, that's happening tonight as well.
Yeah, I see this. Wonderful versus Stilo. Hey, I'm going in blind, but I know my guy Stilo, so I'm you know. Hey, look at that. Hey.
Yeah, it's the Wave Wars versus another community. They're pulling up with their squad, so I'm excited to see it.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Stilo versus Wonderful today, 4 p.m. PST. That's my time. 7 EST. So
yeah, Wave Wars is mostly what I'm spending all my time on right now. But I have a lot of other coals in the fire, irons in the fire.
Iron in the fire, yeah.
Other projects,
on the topic of recruiting JV. On the topic of recruiting JV and for Nacho, that's actually how I met JV and Z has met JV is through blockchain, crypto, and that whole ecosystem, Web3. But he got burned pretty bad, and this is actually something I didn't know for a long time, just recently. But I think he said he unfortunately hit something that was a drainer. And it took him for I think 20. Yeah. 20 racks. So he's just kind of burnt out right now on everything crypto. Yeah. So, but in the future, of course, it's perfect.
Dude, I was thinking that there's we've gotten very lax on security recently. Like coming back to that. Like that was probably a while ago. But I just saw in 2 of my group chats on X messages from people I know that have been hacked maybe for a while, sending more. And it's like, this dude's been hacked for months, and people in some of my circles have been mentioning this and had mentioned it months ago, but it's like, it still hits new people now, months later. And it's just it gives me that pause of okay, what are the things I'm potentially doing that aren't safe? Right. How can I start to act in a way that's a little more safe, because crypto is the wild, wild west, and even more so now, I think, with this administration. But I think there's so many cool things that we can do with it now, and there's so many cool builders. If you're very heavy on the builder side, to me, it's just there's so much value and people bringing real businesses that make a difference and have an impact and have users on people's lives, to a social front of like, that's kind of like where I like on chain is just like the social. I mean, that's where I met JV, YwB, all these amazing folks that I work with today.
Yeah. That's what's up. So if you ever want to see Scumbags on podcast, Chang did a pod with Binance. Man, I'm crying. You know, I'm not too tapped in with Binance like at all, which is
I was
interesting.
about to say, I don't know anything about Binance.
Yeah.
Other
I
than
know a
like
little bit about
big
it.
rumors.
Dang. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, man, that's on. We talked about it time and time again. You know, in emerging technology, it's literally a tool. Humans are going to do what they have the intentions of doing. You know, there's tons of humans out there that want to build, you know, things that help humans. And some people just want to steal as much money as possible. That's no different from anything else.
I think the challenge with crypto as a whole is what everyone sees from the outside is the big picture, what is happening to a lot of people in the space that's like Web 2.5, let's say Web 3 adjacent. It is individuals that aren't as familiar sometimes with the tech. And then like we go into the whole goal there is to commoditize the product of blockchain. But then there's like Web3 and like the cypherpunk mentality and on where the goal is to decentralize your data, your community, and your IP. In the end of the day, like when I was saying lax on security, I think lax on those three things as well. And Binance is one of those things. It's just like a centralized exchange. Like to me and most people, like Brian like just said, he has no idea what's going on. Like we just completely blot that part out because like that's just like the centralized exchanges and like that whole DeFi side of things is something that like neither of us want to play in because it's more of a gamble. We'd both rather look at builders and artists and invest in that because we have a better chance at doing well against the best people in that category, right? Like I'm never going to win against AI bots, trading bots. I know that. I have a very thin and marginal idea of how to invest in different capacities, whether that be scalping or like going deeper into longer term trades. But like I don't do any of that because I've just wasted too much time in my life trying to do that. And I know that I'm just going to continue to be beat by people who have more advantages there, but I feel like we can curate and cultivate advantages in this space. So that's kind of where we're at with the space. So it's like a lot of these things happen when it's the get rich quick scheme in crypto. So like that's when all that happens. So when you're looking for those tokens to 10x, 100x, and that like concept or whatever that is in different capacities, you have more of a tendency to be targeted by traders as well. So like I'm curious to know if he would ever talk about it, if he would talk about like A, what happened, B, what he could have done better, and like C, like how can we as a community learn from this and like make sure that doesn't happen. But I also understand that like hesitancy to even come back into it. But I'm curious because I have an amount of tokens that are about to hit my wallet, my main wallet, my Zal.eth wallet. And I've been well, no, it's like split it because I wanted to put it in multi-sig. Everyone's telling me multi-sigs are unsafe as well in the refi community, which is a whole different thing. I don't know why. First
which
off,
multi-sigs? Like
just in general. Yeah. Dude, I don't know why, but there's a reasoning and whatnot for decentralization, blah, blah, blah. It's like the super maxi, like Ethereum decentralization heads, right?
I mean, yeah, I have my thoughts on that.
But my point is, anyways, so maybe I should just put it in a safe wallet. But that's what I'll do once I get it. But like there's so many different avenues to take, whether you're a consumer, a token owner, a token holder, or like a token creator, right? Like there's so many different pieces of the puzzle. And like right now it's all mixed and mashed. And it's like a really just like knowing the right people kind of conversation, unfortunately, which is like sometimes really challenging with security because you just like don't know where to start sometimes. And I think that's always a challenge. But yeah, so I don't know. I know you wanted to start up this pod here. I definitely will listen to it. I'll pop probably into the into the chat, but I want to listen to it because I'm excited to hear replaying it.
Cool. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, my guy JV dropped a new pod, his second, actual like sit down podcast guest vibe. So he's excited. He's really excited about this episode. But I think talking about delusion, his journey, music, and all that good stuff too. So yeah, we'll vibe out and watch that in just a second. I think we've tried, especially at Onaji. We definitely are aware of. Well said, bro. It's a challenge, yeah, for sure. We've been aware and been trying to let people know how to move in the space as safely as possible. The problem is now is like we have AI now, and AI is a whole new different mixed bag, and it's a new tool in itself. With AI, the phishing schemes, the scams, the rug pulls, all that good stuff get exponentially better, unfortunately. And people are still going to have those same intentions of stealing as much money as possible from anybody that they can. You know what I mean? So I think, the same techniques that we told people in 2022 and on is you really have to slow down. You really have to slow down. You have to be intentional around what you're doing in the space. Like Z said, the biggest targets were the one who were like, oh, okay, crypto, I'm going to hop in the space and get rich quick. And then get rich quick crowd is the one that's like moving fast, extra gambling.
The only way to get rich
economy,
quick
getting
is
clicks.
scamming other people in the space in the end of the day, right? Like
Which is
like
the
get rich
unfortunate
quick, right?
truth.
Like where
Yeah.
the like that's like, so it's like you either are the wolf or the sheep in that scenario. So it's like I don't want to be either for that. So like let's create this other lane of builders where like we can be neither and try and push towards something better than only a wolf space where like the only way to create value on chain is to take other people's money and like actually create real value on chain. So I mean, an artist as well, right? Like minting things into the blockchain, these other pieces, right? So yeah, it's wild.
JV talks about his delusional confidence in the pod, and I think that's a great mindset for young people to have when they're getting started. But also think it's important to keep pragmatists around you and not just hype man. Yeah, that's a huge fact. It's a good call out. It's a good call. So you already watched it? You watched the whole thing? Cool. So we'll pull that up in just a second as well. But yeah, Z, 1,000%, man. I mean, there are some legitimate opportunities. There are some legitimate opportunities in crypto, in blockchain, in emerging tech overall that are lucrative and that are legitimate. And it's not, scamming and scheming from people that are faster vehicles than other traditional spaces. But it's still longer. It's still longer than the get rich quick, even in crypto. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was gonna say at the end of this, like me leaving and you switching topics, the end of the day is like do your own research, which is a thing everyone says. But what does that mean? That was my question to you. What does that mean? When people say that, is very often said, but people don't have a great understanding of what that means. I would say real quick what that means for me. I'm anonymous. I like having my brand name associated with my real name. Like my name is Zol. My brand name is Better Call Zol because I see value in that singular figure as opposed to trying to split that off into two brands while I'm growing. But when I do my own research, I look into the persons or people's creating the technology first and try and dive into that. So for me, being doxxed or being online and understanding who is creating the product that you want to try out is kind of like that first step of do your own research. And then B for me is usually like mutual friends, like testimonials, honestly, like just like casual testimonials through spaces. Like that's my best way to do my own research. I don't really try, if I get something from an unverified source, I'll log it in my mental brain, but I won't ever go to it from there. It'll always be like, okay, like the homie sent me over something and it looks interesting. And I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna dive into this, right? Like, and like, that's where like that to me is its own, like, I might ask them a couple questions, right? Like about what's going on. But like in the end of the day, like that seal of approval is infinitely more than I could ever do on my own because for new projects, like I don't necessarily have the time to like do my own research, like good, like proper research at this moment, right? Like where I would love to at some point have projects that I like write full like articles and like dive into and like actually use as a beta tester or like just a user. And I think there can be a lot of value in that. But I think
1000%.
like while we're going through this phase and where we are right now, the more and more uh emphasis around education we can give, the better, right? And like that's what it all comes down to. Like education about like how to be safe in the space, how to earn money in the space, and how to find the right community in the space. And those are like the three hardest things potentially to do if you don't know the right crowd.
And all of them can kind of tie in together. Like you can make a lucrative, you know, by building a community of value. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you were saying that and you were explaining, you know, the do your own research, that is that balance. And the first thing that came to mind is reaching out to your network. Your network is your net worth. Like not everybody has the assets of people that you can, you know, confide in and trust. And that is doing your own research in a way. It's not you specifically individually, but it's you reaching out to other people that you trust in your network. And that's a key. That's a key. Like what we were telling people earlier in the space is like, if you see a link or something and you're iffy about it, you don't know, you're unsure, send it to somebody, send it to me, send it to somebody who will take a look at it and get some second pair of eyes on it. A lot of times that was slowing down the process, you know, and a lot of techniques and getting people to slip down these slopes was, oh, there's a time limit. Oh, you're about to miss out, you know, fear of missing out, all the good stuff. Like there's only 2 spots left type of energy. Let all that go. And it's not worth the gamble, because as many 10Xs that you might hit by gambling, it's that one drainer that gets you and takes all your profits with you. So what's the point in the first place, you know? So yeah, doing your own research is confiding with your crew and your collective. But got to remember, in this internet era, you know, people's accounts do get hacked, people's accounts do get compromised. So even if somebody's saying, hey, this is a super awesome opportunity, you still got to do your
Just
own
message them on another app as well,
that
right? Like that's
too.
that's a nice, easy, simple way where you see an opportunity that's too good to be true. That's when you that's when your red flag should be just coming up. Instead of being like, oh, like I'm gonna get this opportunity, you should be like, okay, this is an interesting opportunity. Let's, you know, play like devil's advocate and see what is the, like, if you can think of what's the worst possible thing that could potentially happen and just, you know, think but prepare, right? Like don't like do things and actions that immediately like go towards that, but like have that in the back of your mind at all times, right? Like start looking for other red flags, because that's the best thing you could do. Because when you start looking for other red flags, the like whole castle of cards tumbles down.
Right.
And asking people is one of that, right? Like I said, my DYOR is just asking YwB, right? Like I will see an app or whatever and just be like, yo, boom. Like I won't even say anything sometimes. I'll just send it to him. Be like, okay, if it's interesting enough, he'll be like, okay, I've seen that. Or like, no, this is like something cool. Like I like, let me know more about what you're thinking, right? And I think that's so many good ways. Like there's so many good ways you can do a good job. And the best thing, like you said, is take a step back. So let's take a step back. Let's watch JV's pod. I think you said about delusional confidence, and I think like that's what I love about JV in that sense. Like he said in 2022, when I started getting more involved with the UVR, he said he wanted to be a rock star and he wanted to play in front of stadiums. And he also was the first person to have like a specific way of communicating with people in the age of the internet that I thought was unique. And those two things for me set off my like 2 green flags that I had not seen once in the space of like an artist that's on chain that like at that moment, at least, that was super involved in like their career to like an aspect of like having built out the audience already to do that through hardcore fans, and then continuing to grow the umbrella, what's it called? The pyramid, the funnel, the funnel. That's what it is. The funnel for folks, right? Like, and widening that. And I think it's been like an awesome opportunity to watch it fucking cook.
Yes, sir. He's on to something. Yeah, no joke. No joke.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see. So, what podcast was this on? I saw it on.
That's a great question.
He responded to my
Steve
message. And I was
Reynoso.
like, oh shit, he's Steve Reynoso. Who is that though?
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Looks like it looks like an up and comer. He's 1.15K subs on YT. So yeah,
Fuck yeah.
not
That's
too
awesome.
shabby. So I'm gonna pull it up here. All right, checking out the new Jaden Violet podcast. Cool. Update that title one time. Nah, Z, you're cooking, bro. Keep going crazy. I hope you had a good little solid, touch grass, touch snow break this
Dude,
weekend.
yeah.
That's
Dude, it was
what's up.
beautiful. It was awesome with my childhood friends. So just good
Heck yeah.
times all around. Good laughs, haven't had a good hearty laugh like that in a minute too. So, that always helps.
Yeah, for sure. Oh shoot, why do I not have the audio? Let's go ahead and do this. Perfect. Boom, boom.
Yeah, bro. Let me share one.
Is Jaden?
I'll share one photo here.
Heck yeah, put that up.
Then I'll dip. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to. I've liked this. I've seen his, there's a transformation, right, that takes place multiple
Talk
times
about it,
throughout
yeah.
an artist's life, and I really think that I'm proud of the current moment he's in like being motivational. Initially,
Yeah.
there was a part of me that wasn't a fan of the way he was going about some of the like content creation mechanisms of like what he's doing, because I was like, okay, this is like a little disingenuous to his total brand. But as he kind of like perfected that, I think, like, and worked and honed in on that, I was like, okay, I can see a lot more where he's going with this. I like how he's like improved and worked on specific things, and it's just been like really cool. I kind of want someone to make clips for this JV games, like specific, like a compilation, where I could like watch it and like get a hype, like, I don't know, hype trailer for the next one, right?
His Jaden Violet live channel on YT has been doing pretty good. His YouTube
is that a
been
good
cooking.
one? Okay, YT
Yeah.
Clips YT, is that what it is?
No. Jaden Violet live.
Just okay, Jaden Violet live. Fire.
It's his channel.
But yeah, this is the photo that I took on a 0.5 lines.
Sick.
And it was awesome. I snowboarded 10 plus runs, skied 10 plus runs.
Sheesh.
It was an absolute blast, and I'm so blessed because like just the opportunity to be able to do this. We were all talking about how expensive it is, like realistically, to even go skiing, and just like I'm very appreciative of the time. I felt very grounded. I don't, even though I'm in, especially during the winter, even though I'm in like a very nature centric part, don't get out as much as I should. So skiing is like a very good outlet for me for that. And I hadn't been up this high this year. So yeah, dude, what a blast.
Love it.
Okay, well, I will watch some of these lives of the games, because I'm excited to see some of these artists and streamers, sorry, as a whole. Like, I'm curious to see how other people use their workflow of like streaming to create what they want to create, whether that's a streaming community or a product or something else, like on top of that, or just a Discord, and then like token gating that Discord. All those mechanisms are really interesting to me. Yeah,
that's what's up. No, most definitely. Cash.
Dude, okay, I just noticed something which I think is a little frustrating. I always check every new like chatter on my Twitch on your account, right? And I just noticed today it says that the like mod stuff, not like my own stuff. So I am looking at if you are following them.
What do you mean by that?
Like today I was looking at mod, and it said like following since March 1st, and like just chat, right? Like all that. But then like I had to go to his account to follow him. Like it said unfollow there. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, that's a little frustrating. If I'm not on the computer, it's fine because I can see my own, right? I'm not in the mod view, but I think it auto pulls that up if you click on someone.
Interesting.
Like, I'm seeing. Okay, so I'm gonna look
in the building. What's good, family? How you doing? It's good to see you.
You showed up at the perfect time to test this theory. So I'll follow you guys both up in a minute here. But let me see on my phone what it says. I'll screenshot it. yeah.
I'm weak.
Okay. I'll stop sharing, but
Wait.
yeah, I definitely want to watch this. Let me get out of here.
Cool.
I'll send it
Cool.
to you. Yeah, so I can see. Okay, there's just
W
okay,
test. W test in the wild.
I have to scroll all the way down. I think that's what it
Posted
is.
an idea in JV's server. Okay, cool. Let me check. I gotta check that out. What you over there cooking up? No, Quad, you're hilarious in the games, man. I'm glad you made it in. That was too funny. Putting a bit in there. Okay, all right. That's what's up. W events, W collab. Where'd you guys put it? In the collabs channel or suggestion? You put in the collabs if it's not in there already.
That would be gas.
Chrome versus? What you mean by versus? What do you mean by? Oh, in general? Okay, all right. Move it
Put
to
in the way of wars. But no, I'll catch you. B.
All right, G.
I'll probably listen in here. How long is the clip?
It's an hour. I got it on 1.25 speed though, so we'll see.
Okay, I'm a 2x
not
guy,
bad.
but that's fine.
But yeah,
I get it.
Me
I get it.
too,
I
me
know
too.
you can't do that on stream though.
I mean, I could.
I
could,
will. But
that's too
yeah,
funny.
that's
too funny.
no. But
All right,
1.25 I feel like is a good fair broadcasting
Compromise.
about. Are you
There
gonna
we go.
pause it in between, or are you just gonna
I
let it go
might.
and then
I'll probably
chat?
have a little. Yeah,
Because I was thinking about this for like our like if we were watching something, right? Like how to do it. Because I would want to pause it, but then it'd take for fucking ever. Right?
I mean, hey, streams last marathon stream. It's all good.
Fair enough.
Not mad at it. All right, my G. That's what's up.
Cheers.
It's always good to see you.
Let's watch
Keep
JV
cooking.
cook.
Keep cooking. All right, for sure. Let's do it.
Are their own worst enemies. A lot of people's own inner thoughts, a lot of people's own inner anxiety, a lot of people's own discouragement and comparison are their own worst enemies. They don't realize it's like you're not hurting them by thinking like that. You're only hurting yourself. I think I'm chasing my own self-respect. Chasing validation is going to be the thing that gives you all of the negative thoughts. It's going to be the thing that gets your ego hurt. It's going to be the thing that honestly ruins you, right? You should never be doing things for other people's opinions. But a lot of the times you can get caught up in that in the social media world.
So why do you think so many talented people with that belief still fail?
Dude, it's interesting because
what's going on with you and Sabrina? I want you to tell the truth.
Hey,
Don't hold back on me. Don't lie to me.
yeah,
No,
I know,
he went right. I'm weak. He went right into it. He went right. Hey, yeah. You think he lets us know? The question. I'm weak. All right.
I get it. A lot of people are asking and stuff. I would say
Jaden Violet.
good.
Welcome back, baby.
Good to be back,
Cliffhanger.
bro. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too,
There you
brother.
go.
Of course.
Thank you for coming by, dude. I expected you to be in LA
Super
for the next
bait.
10 years. What happened? Why are you back in Jersey?
A lot of things happened. I think
This is
one, I
about to
came
be
back
good.
to surprise my family.
It's
I
about to be
think
really good.
I was missing them a lot. I know I was missing them a lot. So we did this cool thing on stream in LA where my chat chose where to spend my last paycheck, and they chose to spend it for a one-way ticket back to New Jersey to surprise my family. I came back. It was beautiful. I saw my grandma. I saw my mom. And then I ran into an issue, weirdly, coincidentally, on January 1st, where I got in some legal trouble. I'm fighting a case currently, so I'm not allowed to leave New Jersey until it's resolved. So I'm in New Jersey for the foreseeable future. But it's good to be back. It's the best state in America. So it's good to be back in the studio.
I have to ask. You can't leave New Jersey. What's the case about? What did you do? What's keeping you here?
We getting into it. Quad said, Najee, how did we invite the GOAT Philly boy one? What do you mean how? What do you mean? Philly's in the UVR squad. That's what's up. Beautiful. I'm in love with this stream. Yo, shout out from Southern Africa. Nah, Iman, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you. Press to UVR games. So the contestants for UVR games was on Monday or Tuesday. It was just like first come, first serve. So it was the homies just saw the opportunity and ran in there. And it was pretty cool. So at the start of that first stream, I believe it was Tuesday, at the start of that first stream, he was like, hey, sign up so right now. You guys are rewarded for being the first ones in the stream, and Philly was one of them. So yeah, for sure. For sure.
I try being as transparent as possible. Obviously, my community is asking for what happened, and I would love to tell people. My whole thing is to be very transparent, whether it's the things that I'm earning or the things that are happening to me right now. I was recommended to not talk about it. It's not that I can't. I was recommended to not talk about it. So right now I'm not allowed to talk about what happened or what the case is, what the charges are. But everything is going smoothly. I have an amazing team right now, and once it's all resolved, I'll definitely tell everyone. But for the foreseeable future, I have to stay. But everything's going according to plan, so it's good.
Are you happy you get to stay in Jersey, or is it like, damn, plans ruined?
You know, it's crazy. We were talking about this earlier. I think humans have
He said
a
what?
weird.
Okay, I mean the what? Next time we do UR games, let's do it not on a Friday because I mean, yeah, I like. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. That's up to JV. We can poll it, type of vibe. But yeah, that's what's up.
Way of confining themselves to the old opinions and perspectives that they used to hold. I was telling you earlier as well, I was listening to an Naval podcast, and when people are putting their lives on social media, it's particularly hard because when you say something in the past, whether it was a year ago or a month ago, and then you choose to change your perspective on that thing, you choose to change your decision, everyone looks at you and says, okay, we got him, like, oh, he's a fraud, like, oh, he's not, staying true to his word, he's contradicting himself without, understanding. And a lot of the times I looked at myself like that we're humans, right? And, as a human, your opinion changes, right? Your perspective changes. And, transparently, I'm really happy to be back in Jersey. I'm very excited. I think being in New Jersey, I feel more at home. I feel mentally better seeing my family. I'm able to be more consistent. I'm able to be in my, schedule. And I've realized that I really don't like LA,
How come?
So yeah.
Yeah, how come?
Where do I begin with LA? I think Los Angeles is interesting. I think
This guy moved to Skid Row and it was like, I hate LA. Yeah, well, never mind.
Hold up, don't sugarcoat this either. I don't want you to sugarcoat it because of some connections you might have made or be afraid to lose them. Tell me the truth. Was it the people were whack as hell, fake as hell? Like, what was really going on? What were you feeling?
Yeah, I think LA's ass. I think a lot of people think that they need to go to LA in order to make it. When in reality, you can make it wherever you are. Don't get me wrong, going to LA definitely has helped me a lot in my career. I don't regret it because I feel like living in a mindset of regret is just a losing mentality. But I don't like the city that much in LA, right? Like growing up.
Crying. What did y'all say? Yeah, same. Told him. You told? Yeah, same. I mean, I have that ADHD, but I'm doing a producer course today. Learning to make beats. Ooh, go crazy. That's what's up. That's what's up. What are you making beats in? That's what's up. Stay at home. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like he moved from his childhood home, bro. Like all of his family. He's close with his mom, his pops, his sister, his cousins. Like he left all that to come to move into a container and Skid Row. Of course, that's not the ideal situation. You need to be close to AF. That's dope, man. That's love. I like that. I'm close with my cousins too. Type of vibe.
I've always liked busyness. I've always liked things happening. And LA, there's not really one spot where like a lot of stuff is happening, right? Like you can't really go to a street and like it's super busy. It's like if you know, and that's how you go to all the events. That's how you go to all the functions and meet people. You go to New York, any single street you go to is filled with people, filled with fun, filled with noise. And I just like that more. So like from a city perspective, I enjoy things that are busy a lot more. And LA is the complete opposite of that. 2, it was super expensive, right? As a lot of people know, I went to LA with just $1,000. It was really difficult. The situations that we went through there, whether it was couch surfing or living in a shipping container, like the craziest things you could think of, is really difficult to survive. And that surviving mentality played a toll on my mental. So, being back in Jersey, I could feel more at home. I could feel better. And the last thing that I'll say is LA really felt like high school all over again. And it's something that I never enjoyed. It felt like a popularity game, right? It felt like people are trying to climb this, societal ladder. And, honestly, we're all doing that at a certain extent if we're trying to chase our dreams, especially on social media. But over there, it was exponentially more, it felt, too much. It felt, inauthentic. It felt like, to go to like a party I was telling you before, like you have to like a lot of times submit an Instagram, in order to get accepted to a party. And me as someone that's grinding for his dreams, coming up, from the ground up, I wouldn't say I have all the motion in the world. So it's really difficult for me to get into these places where you would make these connections, etc. So for those reasons, I think LA's cool. I'll go there again, to visit, of course, for a couple of weeks, whatever. Maybe I'll move there. You never know what's gonna happen. You could change your mind, but it wasn't the most glamorous place.
Did you ever have a moment while you were out there where you were like, damn, I might have f***ed up. This was the wrong decision?
Short answer is no. I think everything in your life happens for a reason. I think at the end of the day, the only thing you could do is play the cards that you're dealt with at the current moment and listen to your gut. I think the best thing you could trust is your gut. And my gut told me that I needed to go to LA. My gut told me to take the big risk with your last $1,000 and, drive across the country to go to Los Angeles. And I did it. And I think the things that I've learned there, the lessons that I've learned there, the lessons you learn by being uncomfortable are very important to grow as a person in life, right? Because aside from content creation, aside from streaming, music, whatever the case may be, the point in life is to grow as a person, and you can only do that by being in uncomfortable positions. So, LA made me very uncomfortable. A lot of very down bad moments for me personally, but I'm very glad that I went through them because it made me a stronger person. And I think if any single person who's listening to this right now looks back at the negative moments that they've experienced in their lives, 9 times out of 10, unless it's a death of a family member, you don't look back in regret. You look back in gratefulness that you went through something like that to make you a stronger person.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I want to ask you, what toll does that take on you mentally? Because you said it earlier when we talked about it off the podcast. It takes a big mental toll, like couch surfing, sleeping in other people's house for a week, not having a stable place of living if you know you're going to be here for the next month or two, and then not knowing.
But nobody's touching on the biggest piece is that he's coming from like the most stable thing that he's ever known. And a lot of people don't even have that, like don't even grow up in that environment. He's like, it's beyond nuclear family stable. And then going into unstable environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge piece. It's a huge piece of it.
When it's going to come. Like, you didn't have a certain date that I'm going to move into my apartment, let's say January 31st. How did that feel? What toll did that take on you while you were out there?
I think if you live with uncertainty, that means you don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the definition of manifesting is knowing that you already have it.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that it's going to come, but knowing that you already have it and reality has to catch up. I think going through myself sleeping in the couch, me and my cameraman, struggling when it comes to food, when it comes to just, things not working out from a reality standpoint, right? Like the things are not materializing. I'm not seeing the numbers in my stream. I'm not seeing this, that, and the third. It's hard for me to succumb to these discouraging thoughts because then it completely contradicts my manifestation of knowing that I have it.
Mm-hmm.
So although we were going through terrible experiences from the outside looking in, internally, I've always known with certainty that it is going to work out. Whether it's me being in LA and a crazy opportunity happens, or whether it's something as crazy as me coming back to Jersey, having to fight a case and, it happening 3 months later, I know it's going to happen. And I think having this delusional confidence is something that I always try sticking, close to my heart because it's the thing that's going to benefit me. It's going to be the thing that gets me up in the morning. So yeah, that's kind of how I got through it,
You speak a lot about
I love that. What y'all think so far? I also love like, can someone share his at JV? For sure. I see it right there. You go. Hey, WZW Mod Squad going crazy. I love the production on this too. Like just having that second camera, switching angles every once in a while. Yeah, I'm hip. I need something like that. Might put another little camera over here and just hit the stream deck button, switch cams, make it look a little bit more. All right, let's keep going.
Manifestation. Even on the last episode we did, you really spoke life into yourself, even throughout the episode. But do you think people use that sometimes as an excuse instead of doing the real work?
Ooh.
My entire life, I was very hard work oriented.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like, okay, I put X amount of hours in, I should be getting Y out, and I was going into that always thinking that this idea of manifestation, affirmation was kind of like delulu, it was kind of just like for people that didn't want to work out, work hard, that, for people that use that as an excuse to not do the things that they know they're supposed to do. What I've realized now is that you need a combination of both, right? You need to work hard, you need to do the actions, but the idea of knowing and manifesting is going to be the thing that convinces you to do the actual action. So a lot of people don't know what manifestation is. I mean, a lot of people do, but they don't actually understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you a perfect example. And, my cousin, Sai, he's the one who actually told me this, the perfect example that made manifestation click for me. I actually just made a video on this. And when I heard this, it made me believe in manifestation. It made me understand it, right, as a concept. So basically how it works is you right now, sitting here, you have millions of different potential life paths that you could go on right now to end up to a certain destination, right? You could choose to be the identity of these one of a million life paths. And that identity takes you down that path to a certain goal. You could choose to, be a drug addict, right? So tomorrow you can wake up, decide to, take drugs, whatever you want to do, party, and then you end up, not achieving your dreams, whatever the case may be. You could also take the life path of being an NBA player, which you could do. A lot of people think it's not possible. You're 26, 24. A lot of people think that, it's too late, but it is possible, right? As long as you believe that it's possible, right? Because it is one of the life paths that will take you to your end goal. So I think what manifestation is, what a lot of people need to do is understand that these millions of life paths are available to you right now. Choose the one that will take you to your desired outcome, and then just be that person, right? Be that identity of the person of that life path, which is a little confusing, but when you be that identity, you will start to take inspired action to do the things that that identity would do. So my dream is to perform on a stage in front of thousands of people singing my song back to me, have a community on stream of thousands of people. What would the person that consumes that identity, that takes that life path, do on a day-to-day basis? And that's not me, sitting in front of a mirror and saying I'm going to be great 10,000 times. No, it's me actually posting 3 clips a day, me making songs, me going to the studio, me, working on ideas. So yeah.
So why do you think that so many talented people with that?
Sheesh, no, they're cooking. They're cooking. He said the fact that he said that same thing earlier I mean, he's been thinking about that idea for a minute and going down that path. Facts, and he's still doing it. Exactly. He's in that. You know, I kind of when he was talking, I kind of was thinking like it's like it's like cosplaying a character, cosplaying a version of yourself. You know, but that really does work. You know, you get into the mindset. You know how I don't know, just playing a character or cosplaying or whatever. You know, I love cosplaying, so I think there's a better term for it. But when you put yourself into a position and you really brainwash your own self to assume that identity, you know what I mean? And you can do that with your own life and your own self, and that's what people do, and that's the highest, you know, form of manifestation. He's living in it, you know. I mean, always be yourself. Yeah, facts. You got to be the main character energy too. Well, you are the main character in your story. Everybody is. You know what I mean? Everybody is.
Belief or a similar belief still fail.
Dude, it's interesting because I was talking to my friend, and he's the type of person that thinks very like realistic, you know, and he thinks in a statistic manner. So he tells me, we had this conversation one day, and he was like, bro, like 99% of people fail, right? Like 99% of people, you know, fail. Like you're like 1% of people succeed, 1% of people become millionaires. You have to think realistic, right? Not all of us could be in the 1%. And even if that's true, right? Even if he's right, like 99% of people statistically fail and don't reach their dreams, why would I believe that I'm going to be part of that 99? Why not just believe that I'm going to be part of that 1%? You know, even if all the statistics, even if reality, even after, you know, I've been working for 3 years and still, you know, things are still not showing up for me. Why would I still have the mindset that I'm going to be in the 99%? Why would I have a failing mindset? You know, why would I think like a loser? So I tell him, I'm like, dude, like I believe I'm in the 1%. Nothing you say, no statistic that you show me, no, you know, real life fact will change my outlook on myself that I'm in the 1%. So yeah, I think people do fail. I think it's a real thing. I think you can't have winners without losers. I think you can't have, you know, sun without darkness. I think you can't have, you know, rich people without poor people. There are going to be people that lose in this world. I'm just not going to be one of them. And I urge every single person that's listening to believe that they won't be one of them either, and they won't.
I love that you.
Ooh, he was cooking with gas right there. Yeah, I think, you know, I was thinking when he was talking about, you know, his friend, you know, stats driven, 99% of people fail. If you believe you're part of that 1% in whatever avenue that is, that only helps you. I would be like, cool, sounds good. I'm glad that many people, that means that many people aren't ready to be in the position I'm in, and they go move out the way. That's better odds for me because I'm in that 1%. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
Said that, and I think it's just missing one thing, and you spoke about it earlier. With that belief comes a hard work. You got to meet it halfway. You need both sides of the coin pretty much to make 50 cents, 25 cents, whatever you're going to use. Like, I want to bring up this story, and it's funny because my buddy Julian.
I'm crying. Not Steve confused himself right there with the 25 cents. He done turned the quarter into 50 cents right there. I know y'all heard that. I'm weak. He did too.
He was the 4th ever person I interviewed.
Sick.
And he changed my perspective on all this. He has over 1 million subs right now on YouTube. Wow. He does podcasting. He's killing it.
Hey, Miss V in our building. What's going on, family? It's good to see you. My guy JV just dropped a new podcast episode, so he's over here spitting about, you know, being delusional. Just yeah, and yeah, this is Steve. Shoot, what's his name? It'll pop up in the background, background, but yeah. Steve, he's cooking up on his pod, and JV sat down with them. I think I kind of feel like I remember the first guest appearance, Steve Reynoso. Shout out to you, pretty girl. I think this was the same dude. He was on the podcast a while ago too. I think this is his second sit down with him, but I could be wrong. But he looks super familiar to me. His voice and everything too.
Him and his friend John Rondi, which also happens to have a podcast. He's also killing it as well. Julian hits up John. He's like, dude, I want to quit. I've dropped 240 episodes. This isn't working. 4 years in, I feel like I'm still not getting the numbers I could see. Like, I got the belief, I got the hard work. And John told him, just give me one more. Just give me one more. Every time he'd hit him up, just give me one more. And guess what happened? He blew up. You know what I mean? All that hard work finally paid off. Sometimes the people that even have that belief and have the hard work just aren't giving it the proper time. They're too impatient. I'm not saying that he wasn't patient. He was patient because see where he is now. Yeah. But I tell people at home and I urge them to be patient. I think nowadays, this younger generation, and even including myself, we want that dopamine of we got to get it right now. We got to get it today. We didn't go viral today. I put in all this hard work. I've been doing it for a year. Buddy, people have been doing it for 5-10 years to blow up way before you. Why do you think you deserve it now? You know?
Yeah. It's powerful, bro. It's resemblant of my favorite meme. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it, but it's there's two Pats, and there's this one guy who's like mining for diamonds, and he's going this other person. He's one hit away from the diamond, and he chooses to turn around and go the separate way, which I think is always interesting. But I think the deeper meaning behind that is a lot of people are their own worst enemies, right? A lot of people's own inner thoughts, a lot of people's own inner anxiety. I've been doing this for 2 years and still things are not happening for me. A lot of people's own discouragement and comparison are their own worst enemies. Oh, this person was streaming for 1 month. This person's been making music for 1 month and they blew up. But I've been doing it for 3 years. Why is, things not happening for me? And they don't realize it's like, man, like you're not hurting them by thinking like that. You're only hurting yourself. So why are you ruining yourself with your own thoughts, right? Like, what's the alternative? All right, bet you give up. You don't hit that, mine one more time to get to the diamond, and you turn around. But what's there when you turn around? What's there? It's a life you never wanted to live to begin with. So you might as well keep chasing. You might as well, keep working.
I like that you said that.
Ooh. Nah, bang. I might leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Yes, W cliffhanger. No, my guy JV's he's preaching, he's spitting. Might have to save the rest of this for day 200 marathon vibes, baby. Yes, Thursday. Or if you guys want to check it out and get ahead of it, get in there. Yeah, Steve Reynoso. Shout out to Steve Reynoso, man, cooking. JV was cooking. Yeah, no joke. And this is a consistent mindset that he's had for a long time, for as long as I've known him. And it's awesome, watching him cook, watching the community grow, watching even just the adjacent network of homies, both in the live stream era and like the new UVR crew, the live stream crew, and the old UVR crew as well too. Just everybody's just going ham and building. JV gets so perturbed when people are like, Jaden Bosch is an industry plant. He's an industry plant, blah, 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 blah. He gets so perturbed because he has been working for so long. He has been building for so long. I don't know if you guys have heard that, the saying, for every overnight success, for every industry plant or whatever, there's 10, 15, 30 years of work put in for these overnight success. That one viral moment, that industry plant acquisition start, you know what I'm saying? So, and JB's no different, man. He's been cooking a long time. A lot of the homies, have just kind of discovered him now in the live stream era over on Twitch. And just this year, it was like, who's this guy? Where'd he come from? A lot of people are like, he just got his 1 year in and just started streaming 1 year. And who is this guy? He's blowing up overnight. He's got to be an industry plant, got to be connected with somebody. No, he's just grinding, using the techniques and tools and skills that he's built prior to when a lot of people have gotten accustomed to him. So shout out to my guy JV. Shout out to the whole network going crazy, man. And shout out to YwB157, an amazing episode, not gonna lie. We're gonna get up out of here, man. Women's History Month, March 1st. Let me change this. I'm gonna change this title back because yes, it was a good one. It's a good one. But yes, look out for more Undivided Attention segments this month. It's gonna be a really good time. It's gonna be a good time. Shout out to my guy Better Calls Off for coming through, showing mad love. Check out Wave Wars with a Z.com. Yes. And new battle today at 4, over on the X side, over on the Twitter side. Tapping with that. But it's good to see all y'all. We got Notor.eth in the building. It's good to see you, family. Thank you for coming through. Pretty girl with the W first. Hey, Miss V in a building. Good to see you, fam. As always, thank you so much. I was telling chat earlier, thank you so much yesterday during Onaji Saturday, the gifted pack. Been showering the gifted subs over on us, and we really appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything that you do. My guy Better Call Zal Squad in a building. It's good to see you, family. We'll talk, man. I definitely want to hear more about your music journey and building over there with Tony. For sure. Keep cooking. Those in the building, my guy Von Moore, Iman Africa. Good to meet you. Good to see you, family. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm definitely gonna be tapped in with more of your journey going forward. Shout out to Z for the invite, man. That's what's up. It's a communities building. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. My guy Cash Hezzy in the building. Yes, sir. Good to see you, family. Thanks for coming through. As always. Nacho, my guys in the building as well, too. Man, shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all y'all coming through. Let me see. Anybody I miss? No, I think we caught everybody. It's dope. So I'll be back again tomorrow. W stream for sure, Women's History Month, but a men's podcast. This is day one. It's day one. No, I got some cool. Hey, I got some cool things cooking up. So yeah. And if there's any stories, any things that you guys want me to highlight, definitely shoot it my way. We're Onaji everywhere on all the socials, the old ones, the new ones, the Web3 obscure ones, all that good stuff. Onaji everywhere, OHNAHJI. Shoot me a message and let me know. But definitely got some awesome undivided attention segments coming this month. So stay tuned for that. I think we should expand Black History Month to the women. Yeah. That's what we did. That's what I did last year over on outside of the live stream era. So, we got started on live stream in April last year, but yeah, that's what we did last year too. So that's a W method. It's a W method. Dubs, Von Moore. Okay, for sure. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it, man. That's big love. That's big love. All right, let's is my guy Midwest still live? What's he up to? Yeah. Let's shoot our guy Midwest the love, man. He got a huge milestone moment this morning. Amazing that guy Phantom hit him with the raid, man. I love it. I love to see the UVR just going crazy. Big wins for everybody. Big wins for everybody. All right. Let's hit Midwest. Show my guy Midwest some love and valid username. All right. Perfect. There we go. All right, y'all. Yes, have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the weekend, y'all. Get outside if it's nice and beautiful, all that good stuff. Stay hydrated, drink your water. Take care of yourselves. That's what's up. All right, gang. We out of here. Yapping with B. Episode this one. Just kidding. 157. Day 196. Day 200. Coming up soon. It's gonna be a good time. All right, y'all. We out of here. Peace.